Teal Swan, how to open your crown chakra. Born with a range of extrasensory abilities, Teal Swan, known to many as the spiritual catalyst or the Giggling guide, was born in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Her abilities include clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience and claircognizance. At the point when Teal was only 6 years of age, a family acquaintance inducted her into a local cult, and Teal was ritualistically and sexually tormented for several years. She escaped from the cult when she was 19 and began her process of healing, recovery and transformation. Since her escape, Teal has evolved into an internationally recognized spiritual leader and turned into a universally perceived profound pioneer and an intense new voice in the field of transcendentalism. She now ventures to the far corners of the planet as a profound illuminating presence, utilizing her capacities to help individuals to remember the united, vivacious nature of this universe and showing individuals how to discover euphoria amidst even the most troublesome difficulties. In several Eastern ancient school of thought it was believed that most people die from the lowest chakra, the sex center. There are 7 chakras in the body from where life can go out of the body. The last is on top of the head, and unless you are enlightened life cannot go out from that chakra, the crown chakra. As we move more and more into the present, inside we will come across 7 lights, what Hindu yoga calls 7 chakras. Buddhist yoga calls 7 lights, 7 lamps. As we become more and more detached from the body, detached from possessions, uninterested in desires, our energy starts moving upwards. In this talks Teal Swan talks about chakras and crown chakra and more. At the most basic level, your body is made up of energy. That energy organizes itself into the physical body parts that you see in the mirror every day. Before it organizes itself into those body parts, it organizes itself into chakras and meridians. These chakras are centers of energy that lie along energy channels, and each one holds a very specific vibration and has a very specific purpose. Each is a very specific of expression of prana, otherwise known as life force or source energy. They look at it like funnels for energy or vortices, they both absorb element energy. The crown chakra is located on the crown of your head. If you take your thumbs, place them in the tops of your ears. And then take your index fingers to where they touch and then push things straight down to where they meet your head, that is where your crown chakra is located. The crown chakra is the chakra that is the most associated with our spiritual connection. In my opinion, this is a fairly odd perspective because every chakra is associated with our spiritual connection. The physical body that you look at is a manifestation of source energy, and so your physical body is no less spiritual than your energetic body, it's no less spiritual than your soul, but the crown chakra is associated with our conscious connection to source, the divine. It's seen as a bridge to the cosmos, when the crown chakra is open and in alignment. Its appearance can look a bit like a halo, which is in fact one reason why so many of the spiritual drawings thousands of years ago, as spiritually transcendent beings like angels of saints, show them with halos. As a person progresses through the path of awareness, the energy coming through the chakra and all of the chakras in fact has the tendencies to change color from a deep violet purple to a white light. The crown chakra is the center of consciousness, highest potential intuitive knowing, integration of the whole, the opportunity to become a living embodiment of your higher self, the achievement of living enlightenment, the presence moment, meaning, the bigger picture, devotion, trust, inspiration, the absence of ego, oneness and unity, to name a few. Even though all chakras can be seen as the doorway for source and ready to come into the physical life, the crown chakra is the doorway to our conscience and eternal knowing to come into physical life when a chakra is out of alignment. Meaning that it's not letting life force in because it's imbalanced in some way. This creates balance in the whole system. When a chakra is out of alignment, it usually appears smaller than it's supposed to. This is when we say that a chakra is closed. It doesn't emit as much energy and it doesn't absorb as much energy. It also changes in color, pattern, texture, and sound. There are a great many things which could throw a chakra out of alignment, but for the sake of this video, it's important to understand that there are 3 primary things which throw the crown chakra out of alignment, more so than anything else. The first is secular thinking, the second is disbelief or distrust in spirituality, source energy or the eternal self, and the third is betrayal. It should come as no surprise then that APIAs, SP, into a loss of diagnostics have the most out of the alignment crown chakras of almost anyone. An unhealthy crown chakra can lead to conditions like brain cancer, bone cancer, multiple sclerosis, apathy, epilepsy, chronic pain, glandular disorders, sleep dysfunction, limb system disorders, nervous system disorders, migraines, coma, stroke, mental illness, loneliness, isolation, Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, existential crisis and amnesia to name a few. Also, if your crown chakra is out of aligning, your biological rhythm will be thrown off. So, why would you want to open your crown chakra aside from the obvious fact that you probably want to avoid all of the abnormal disease and ailments that could open if your crown chakra isn't open? I'll name a few. Opening your crown chakra will allow you to see the bigger picture. This is incredibly so, if we're in a position where we are in a state of fear. When we're in a state of fear, or uncertainty, we can't see the bigger picture, we can't see the meaning behind it all, and so, blinded. Opening our crown chakra gives us the ability to receive insights from higher dimensional realities. It also imbues us with a sense of peace, it imbues us with wisdom, it will make us feel at one with our life and where we are, it will help us to understand others, it will cause us to feel energized and inspired. It will dispel our confusion. It will allow us to reach our highest potential, and it will help us trust ourselves and the universe at large. So, how do we open our crown chakra? Step 1 is, we visualize our crown chakra opening. The dimensions that are outside the physical dimension. The great many of them do not actually have a time-space aspect to the realities. That means, thought same, there's no buffer time, it's instantaneous. That means, think China, and you're in China. As opposed to in the physical time-space reality that we are living in currently, where you could think something and it may take time for the show up in the reality to the grid image. Association between the fact and the thing. The chakra system. But it is original aspect of you, which is why they are invincible to most people. This means if you think of your crown chakra opening, or you visualize it opening, it opens. The visualization that I see working very best for people without opening the crown chakra, is when visualize an opening that is deep violet in color at the top of their head. They then extend that opening to be about foot wide and they begin to spin it clockwise, and as they're spinning they imagine drawing in golden or white light energy from the universe through that funnel-like opening down into the body. 2. Meditation. Meditation always opens your crown chakra. Any kind of stealing of the mind is going to assist you in being receptive to universal information which will come in through the crown chakra. This meditations could be moving meditations, mindfulness sitting meditations, or guided meditations. I've designed a meditation specifically for opening the crown chakra. So if you're interested in that, I could include it to the link in the description in this video. 3. Seek out things that cause you to feel inspiration. Inspiration always you indication that your crown chakra is opening. That means listening to the music you find inspiring, watch the movies or the programs that you find inspiring. That means talk to people who you think are inspiring, write affirmations that you actually believe. Anything that inspires you will open your crown chakra. 4. Spend time in silence, even though the crown chakra is influenced heavily by sounds. Of all the chakras, it is the most influenced by silence. 5. Mess with your own thoughts. This means question your belief, try to figure out how the opposite of what you think is true might be true. You want to develop of a mind as possible. Seek out radical new perspectives. You want to develop a kind of willingness to consider that anything might be true. This kind of thought pattern, or I should say openness to any thought pattern, will open your crown chakra. 6. Spend time outdoors, especially high up on the mountain top. The crown chakra is particularly influenced by atmosphere. I should say, by the way, that atmosphere influences our thoughts. Fresh air and sunlight in large panoramic views that are seen from above, in natural surroundings, cause people's thoughts to come into a frequency that allows the crown chakra to be open. 7. Practice appreciative notice. This means, you want to pay special attention and place your focus on things that cause you to feel gratitude, things that you like looking at. Doing this causes your frequency to train with your internal perspective. It opens a channel through your body, starting with the crown chakra, so source energy can run straight through your body. My favorite way of doing this is to sit down and write down a list of all the things that I feel appreciation for, in my current environment, right here in the Nile. Chakra are influenced by a great many things. One of these things is sound. Chanting is one such sounds that tends to influence the crown chakra a great deal. You can do chanting in the form of actual chants, or you can do it in the form of sounding, which my favorite way to do it. The sound that the crown chakra responds the best to is the sounding together. That sound opens the crown chakra more than any other. So the best way open your crown chakra with sounding, is to use that ing sound, but play with the tone until you find the exact pitch that causes the top of your head where your crown chakra is located to both. Traditionally, this is done with specific mudras or hand positions, which cause your XX to come into alignment with whatever specific chakra you were trying to work on. My particular favorite mudras for working with the crown chakra looks like this: you place your hands together in a prayer position, and you keep your fingers touching while the other fingers are folded. As you hold your fingers like this, you chant. Another alternative is that you can put your hands in this type of prayer position, and you can take a pink fingers and extend them up towards the universe and away from you. Make sure, of course, with both of this hand position that your right thumb is crossed over your left thumb. Crystal balls and binaural tones designed and for the crown chakra also cause the crown chakra to open. 9. Head massages and head stands also help the crown chakra to open. It's not the actual physical manipulation of your body that's doing it. It is the fact that by massaging your head or standing on your head you're bringing your conscious attention to that area of yourself, and then by virtue of the way that massaging or downward blood flow feels, you're releasing mental tension that is prohibiting the energy from entering in through the chakra, and so the energy can flow in. 10. Surround yourself with things that vibrate at a like frequency with the crown chakra. This will help the crown chakra come into a state of alignment, which for most people means to become open. Here is a list of some things that vibrate at a similar frequency to the crown chakra: the color violet purple, amethyst sugar light, shiroite, all clear stones, especially a powerful light in danbarite, frankincense, myrrh, lotus, sage, lavender, amber, copal, purple cabbage, and of course the all-powerful red mimosa flower, to name a few. Spiritual medicines that contain DMT open your crown chakra. No doubt. But I like to teach people how to open their crown chakra through a more conscious approach. Meaning that you don't need anything external to yourself to achieve that state of openness to the spiritual dimensions outside of this one. But you might feel called to use these spiritual medicines. If that's the case, trust your intuition and go in the direction of what you feel is right for you. Acts of love. Acts of love towards ourselves or anyone else opens up the crown chakra. The best way to do this for yourself is to write a list of all the ways that you are lovable. Really dedicate time each day to self-love in whatever way we feel called to do it most. Also do kindness towards others. This connects us with each other, which is like food for a chakra that is all about oneness. It may sound a bit Fruit Loop rubbish or a bit try, but the reality is, you should go try it. Do something nice for somebody, and after you do, close your eyes and pay attention to how you feel. You will notice that you have an feeling. It's almost like you feel better about the role, you start to feel inspired. That is your indication that particular act has opened your crown. Fasting affects the crown chakra immensely. It helps it to open. You have to do your fasting in a healthy way though. That means you have to prepare your body for the first. You have to monitor your body during the first, and you have to win off of the first gradually instead of in an extreme way. Put some effort into choosing the right fast for yourself. If simply opening the crown chakra is your prerogative, you could try a 6-hour or a 12-hour fast only. You'll notice that when most people get into a state of despair, a state of panic, or a state of confusion, they'll actually lose their appetite. They naturally fast. Same thing goes for animals that are in a state of illness. What this allows the body to do is to reset. It also causes your body to go into a state where the energy that it's primarily feeding itself with is energy brought forth from the cosmos itself, coming in through the crown chakra, so your crown chakra opens when you fast. As a result of the crown chakra opening in this way, we have greater access to insight and clarity and solutions, which is why of course people who are in a state of illness will benefit by going into that kind of a state. This is also why fasting has been a spiritual practice in so many spiritual traditions in so many thousands of years. We have to remember that we're not just a body made up of flesh and bone, we are also made up of energy, and the healthier the flow of that particular energy, the healthier our life experience will be and the better it will feel to us. So try out these tips and open up your perspective to a more comprehensive one and to one that is more transcendental. Have a good week. This registration. 25. Mess with your own thoughts. This means question your beliefs. Try to figure out how the opposites of what you think is true. Tilde operator, if you like our article, give conscious reminder a thumbs up, and help us spread love light. Tilde operator.